What about the Codex problem? Now, this is a global problem. I don't know how many of you are listening around the planet today, but Codex, those in Europe are very, very, very knowledgeable about it, because back during the Second World War, they rounded up a group of very sick people. And among them was a man that was running major industries, one of the industries being the German pharmaceutical industry, which also made the gases for the chambers, by the way. He also helped to develop the rails that the railroads used to carry these poor victims to the Holocaust chambers. Well, they put him into jail for 7 years. Why they didn't discard of him, I don't know. It was probably because he had a big bank account and somebody was being taken care of. And after he walked out in the 1950s, he was up to his old routine pretty rapidly and went back heavily into the pharmaceutical area, wasn't satisfied enough, wanted to also see what he could do to take hold of the food industry. And with the free trade agreements around the world, which 177 countries globally have signed, they are in a way unifying the planet. There's a one world order that is occurring, and this is one of the many examples we have of it. They set out in the 1950s via the United Nations, a do-good organization, to manipulate them and say in a do-good way, we nice guys are going to come in and make sure that there's food for everyone and that everyone's going to be afforded drugs, and in the new world we're not going to have any problem. Where their real method was to take total control of all food and all medicine on this planet. The plan is in place globally with these 177 free trade nations to be in place by December 31st in 2009. Now, if you just look at the date today, that seems pretty soon, doesn't it? So you better listen closely to what else I'm going to tell you. In Europe, in the country of Germany, and in the country of Norway, they've already pretty much eradicated natural health care, as many of us have in our countries. They've taken total control of supplementation. They've reduced most supplements that they allow on the market to nonsense levels that had no effect. And they've also put under prescription any supplements that may have an effect. When I was in Ireland recently, they were taking goji berries off the marketplace. Now, how they could take an organic berry off the market, God only knows, other than the fact that these unscrupulous, insane people realized that goji berries have quite a high phytochemical and quite a high antioxidant effect. So this is being done. Throughout Europe, country by country, they're taking hold. Now, throughout the world, if you look in your country, you're going to find organizations that are fighting this, but it's too quiet. There's not enough discussion about this, and you better wake up, because someday we may not even be able to be on the internet speaking like we are tonight. When you look at the book, which I have, that the United Nations had, the World Health Organization, the end of the day, they would like to make it so that if you grow food, including sprouts, wheatgrass, etc., in your own home, you would have to purchase a license from your local government. And if they wanted you to have it, they would give you the permit. If not, they wouldn't allow the permit. They also are going to make sure that there's no such thing as organic food as we know it or biological food as we know it. They're going to make sure that all of that is irradiated, that all of it is going to be cooked at some level. The test case here in the United States for that is in California, where we grow practically all of our almonds. As of last month, all of the almonds that are shipped out of California throughout our 50 states here now must be cooked. Is there any reason for that? Is there any science for that? No. But they understand that the new major worldwide and global trend in disease prevention and elimination is nutrients. So they are very much on track to slowly but surely, with or without the knowledge of our parliaments and our Congress all over the world, to take total control of food and total control of all healthcare. If we don't do something radically and rapidly, this will happen. And it's going to happen soon. December 31st, 2009 is their target date. There are good groups here in the United States like Health Freedom USA that are systematically working on ways to prevent this. If you look in your own country, your own part of the world, maybe your own community, you'll find ways to support stopping this nonsense. And this is one of the biggest insanities I've ever seen in my 38 years of doing work like this.